I think once over our introduction, if we could follow on the last question with the questions on the correspondence of the Times of Scotland. First question for the King. Just wait until we've got settled. The correspondence from the Times of Scotland is
Your Highness, would it not be a good idea to think forward to what may happen if Duncan's sons join together and invade Scotland in a surprise attack? The consequences might be disastrous for you.
There will be no surprise attack. I think my military record stands as being beyond examination, beyond doubt. Our defences are as good at this time as they've ever been in the country's history before. There will be no surprise attack. Our information is that these people are at the moment divided and weak, and if there is any kind of attack brewing, whether from Scotland, England, Ireland, Norway, Poland or anywhere, you can guarantee that I will be there to ward it off. Have no fear about any surprise.
Thank you. Another question you might pursue further. I'd like to go back, if I may, please, to Mr. Hampton. Question. She represents the Caithness Chronicle. You can go on. I hate this is done enough to the translation better, but
I find it very hard to use anything or any question something whatsoever. What such a virtue. I find the very idea of murder extremely difficult and challenging. But as far as I can see, the very obvious answer is Macbeth dominate, where I see nobody else who's teaching that thing put together by much without.
We have to face the fact that there are some extremely evil people in the world.
yeah.
And even someone as innocent and delightful and holy as Duncan might inspire disgust and abhorrence merely because he was so virtuous. However, I don't think that hatred was the primary motive for the killing of Duncan. It is clear to me that the two sons who were fled were the killers. And I'd like to see if their relationship was a quite a close and amicable one, but we must assume that their ambition overcame their natural feelings of loyalty and filial devotion, and that, in short, evil overcame good.
Not at this point bring in Sarah Chowdhury, the correspondent Dundee Daily. Would like to ask you a question. King now feels the killing of the groom that is a mistake.
If you had been there with Lennox, Lord Lennox and myself, and if you'd seen what we saw when we burst into the room on Macduff's words and saw the king and all the blood that was around the bed and around the room, you too would have lost control. I'm glad you asked that question because I know it is one that everyone is asking. Obviously, the grooms were the primary suspects. Malcolm and Donalbain no doubt put them up to it. And had I kept them alive, I have no doubt at all that by now we would have got from them the exact identity of their controllers. Thus, I will freely confess that I made a serious error of judgment in killing them. All I can say is that the circumstances overcame me, and that my love for Duncan, and I suppose a natural propensity to act violently in such circumstances, overcame me. And the result is that the two prime suspects for the actual killing itself, as well as the two primary witnesses, are no longer with us. Nevertheless, this does not in any way detract from the clear suspicion that must be upon Malcolm and Donovan. After all, why otherwise would they have fled?
So, let's get this clear. It is your belief that Malcolm and Donovan paid the guards.
Yes. I have no point have I suspected that Malcolm and Donovan themselves killed their father. It is clear to me that the guards did the murder, and then perhaps, from some bestial motive of their own, went on a drinking binge that was too powerful for them, that Malcolm and Donovan would put them up to it, panicked, realizing that they could not long go undetected, and fled to escape the inevitable punishment that would have overtaken them.
So is it not true, however, that Malcolm has just been named by his father as next in line to the throne?
This makes his decision all the more violent, all the more brutal, and all the more dreadful. That he, who had confidence and firm expectancy in himself succeeding to the throne of Scotland, should have jumped the gun in that dreadful way, is something that I'm sure, if and when we catch him, he will have great difficulty in explaining. But catch him we will, and punish him we shall.
Thank you. Back to that later. Thank you very much. Prepared at this point, open questions to the floor. Yes, yes.
Well, I have made my feelings about the murder itself still today.
You seem slightly.
Yes. It's a strange question, since I had made my feelings at the time, and my feelings now are very clear. Yes, it was an extraordinary, brutal act. The act perhaps of a madman.
But you're all better now.
I'm sorry?
You're fully recovered.
In what sense am I fully recovered?
From your fit of madness.
What fit of
The
madness?
fit of madness prompted you to kill the guard.
I wouldn't say that was an act of madness. That was an act of anything, that was an act of love, an act of loyalty towards Duncan, a spur of the moment act of love on my part for Duncan. It was an expression of my love for Duncan. The killing of the guards was an expression of my love for Duncan.
Nothing similar to the fit of madness that you displayed during your coronation banquet.
That was not madness, I've explained that already.
Thank you. Yes. Could you stand up and speak up? Thank you.
I feel absolutely secure. The army is behind me, as you can see. And I have every confidence in their loyalty, in their past devotion to me that they have shown in so many battles. The country is absolutely secure, I have no doubt about that.
Can you trust the people who are protecting you now after what happened to Duncan?
My close associates, who you can see behind me, are with me veterans of so many battles, so many engagements and so many actions. They have proved their loyalty to me over and over again. I have absolutely no doubt at all in the loyalty of my country.